Hey, it's me, Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. AEW news, let's talk about it. Britt Baker and her suspension has been lifted. We did see her on the Megatron tonight on AEW. The Mercedes Moné and the Britt Baker, that feud is continuing. Yes, it is still going to continue. Good for AEW that they're making that title mean something. I do know it's not the main women's title. It is considered the secondary title. But good job for making them make that TBS title feel very important. I do know with, of course, Mercedes Moné, her star value, of course, people are going to tune in. They want to see. But with Britt Baker, I would say she is maybe number two, or I can even say number one of the top women in AEW. You have to be honest. Let's be real. When you think about AEW, you would think about Britt Baker. When you talk about women's wrestling, AEW, Britt Baker. I do know I didn't want to really discuss the petty drama with the AEW and the backstage shit. I don't know. That shit talking about it all the time is kind of boring. But we all know Britt and Alicia Toots, who is dating MJF. I guess apparently, allegedly, Britt Baker was talking about Will Ospreay in the match with MJF. And Alicia told MJF what happened, and I guess he confronted her. Then he kicked the wall, and then she got suspended for talking negative about the match, which didn't really make sense. I mean, she's not allowed to talk about how she feels without getting suspended. I mean, it just didn't really. There has to be more to the story. I mean, it just doesn't even make any sense. I mean, bad mouthing. I mean, I don't consider that something to be suspended. I mean, freedom of speech. I thought. I mean, it's not like she threatened anybody. It's not like she said someone should be fired. I can understand something like that. Like they suck so much they should be fucking fired. I don't think she said anything like that. Maybe she was critiquing it, but still, to be suspended, I'm like, this has to be more to the story. And then for him to hit the wall, I did see some people were saying MJF and Britt, they were good friends, and they kind of fell out before all of this, and it is some underlying issues that have occurred throughout the year, and they are holding some bad blood, and this little small thing that is so minor was major due to the, again, allegedly bad blood that MJF and Britt Baker already had, since they are no longer friends in real life. But I don't know. I'm glad to see that she's back in AEW. Really don't want to talk about that much. I mean, I know everybody was talking about it, how AEW is childlike, how Tony Khan, he does not have a hold on his talent. Again, it is grown-ups. He can't control what grown-ups do. Yeah, he is the boss, and maybe his presence should be very demanding. You do have those bosses where once they step in the room, you know, it's game time. It's time for game time. You don't want to slack. You don't want to, you know, it's the boss. I don't know if he has that presence where when you see him, it's like, okay, we need to get serious. I don't know if he's one of the boys and they feel like he is more like a friend than a boss. I did hear a lot of people have said that before in the past, that he's more like a friend than a boss. If that's the case, they won't take him as serious. Again, don't work there, so I'm just speculating. Don't know if the Tony Khan lifted the suspension due to the backlash that was going on X. A lot of people were saying, again, they don't understand what that has to do with her getting suspended, her bad mouthing. Oh, accordingly, Britt Baker also called Alicia a snitch. So apparently she isn't like Alicia either. So Alicia is new to the roster. I mean, I think she's done work before, but she's officially signed, so she is kind of the new girl compared to MJF and Britt that are involved in this situation. Again, she is the girlfriend of MJF. Don't want to say he gave her a job, but I'm sure he influenced the decision for her to get that job as that backstage anchor or interviewer, whatever you want to call it at this rate. But she's back, the Mercedes Moné. This is the storyline they're going with. But Britt is back from the suspension. It has been lifted. We shall see if there's going to be any momentum from the backstage drama. We do know that people do tune in when there's drama in real life, so they may tune in to see if it was addressed on tonight's episode, which it was. Her suspension has been lifted, but we shall see what happens with this feud. Mercedes Moné, I feel like she's going to keep the title, but that's the gossip for today. Life update, SummerSlam, I did enjoy it. I felt like last year's was a little bit better going compared to Cleveland. Maybe because I'm from Detroit and last year it was in Detroit, so I had more memories since it was in my hometown, since I live in Detroit, but that was fun. I'm trying to think. My department at work still busy, but it is what it is, so that's nothing new. Bryan Danielson defeated Jeff Jarrett. That's going on in my background while I record this for the main event. That was a good win. So I'm going to say I don't even have no news. I was going to say I'm going to do this, but there's nothing to announce. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope those that already support, thank you. I hope your life is going well, nevertheless. And also those that have not subbed or followed the TikTok Marquelworld, make sure you do that. Sub and follow. I do have a wrestling page called Pro Wrestling TEA. It's a Facebook group where we gossip wrestling together, so you can always join. But this is Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling and my life. And some call me Mar. Sub, like this video. Again, if you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, like it, sub, follow. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.